What is this mess? I did not put that on my table.
There's a bird up there. It looks like it might be a female cardinal. Very hard to see. Oh, it might be a robin. It's hard to see. Can't quite figure out because of the coloring. But as we come down, let me zoom back out.
Oh, there's another bird up there. This was on my table. I do believe an entire nest fell. They might have been in the process of making it and it fell out of the tree.
I am drinking my coffee out of one of my favorite mugs this morning. I already watered all of the plants front and back, and now I'm just going around inspecting them. I was surprised. I don't think that nest that I just showed you was there when I watered the plants, so I think it just happened. So I have these yellow irises back here, and I thought they were all the same. Then I started to notice that these have different petals on them. Sorry for my shadow there. And when we look in this one, it is very different, and it's a pale yellow. For me, these were planted by a previous owner, and so I am as surprised as you as to what they are. I think that weed in the middle there is Queen Anne's lace. I do not want that there. That's part of that ground cover that I'm always pulling up. If it's really short, it kind of looks okay, and then I guess it gets taller and gets the white flowers on it right there. But they had it all along the entire fence, and I just don't want it. I just keep pulling it out and pulling it out. The robins have been busy. I saw them just a second ago, and the nest that was sitting here a couple hours ago is gone. There's still all this. I think they're coming back and getting it string by string. So I'm expecting this to also be cleaned up. They are busy. My rhododendron is finally blooming. Just the beginning of it, and yes, those are Christmas lights in there. I decided to let them in there. They're not connected to anything, but at Christmas time, I just connect them up and ready to go. When I saw my zinnia seeds come up on my side garden bed, flower bed, I decided to get some more. So I got 3 more of the zinnias. These are the giant ones. And these are California poppy. Now, I paid up for my zinnia seeds only to find out that they have them for 25 cents a packet at the Dollar Tree. Around my shepherd's hook here that has my yellow begonia on it, I am going to put those California poppies right there. As you can see, it gets just a little bit of sun. It's early afternoon here, so it gets shade and sun. Should be perfect for them. I got them all planted. I just have to water them, and I'm hoping I get a whole bunch of yellow blooms right there. My other goal is, if they do bloom, I want to collect the seeds so I can have seeds forever and keep planting them in my garden. I think they're so pretty. My daughter saw these flower pots, the ones that I got at the garage sale for 25 cents each, and I haven't used them yet, and she begged me to give them to her, so I'm going to take these down and find some other pots to put in the hangers here. She already has plans for these, so check out her channel, Green Bee Explorer, to see what she does with them. If you think plants aren't resilient, I threw this in my garage for the winter in Michigan. Don't water it, has no sun at all, and it kind of dies off.
and then I bring it out, I start watering it again. The green onions are already growing. Look how tall that is. I bought a few more green onions at the grocery store, and I'm going to plant them in here as well. And then this is chives. What I think I'm going to do is trim off the dead and maybe even trim down some of the chives that are green and see if this comes back. Now that is actually a perennial that will flower if you put it into your flower beds or veggie beds, wherever you want to put it, if you want it as like a decorative flower plant. But I actually like it for the, you know, putting in salads and omelets and, you know, veggie stir fries and all of that. What a mess. Let's get these beautified up with the rest of my flowers. I got one done. And just like that, look how beautiful it looks. I have to water them all really, really well, and then I'm going to hang them on the wall. My flower wall on the fence is finished. I thought there was 7, but there's actually 8. This pot was still on the wall, so I quickly hurried up and put flowers into that one. And this is how I turn a what a mess type of garden into a beautiful veggie and flower garden. It's constant ongoing maintenance. I have to pull weeds almost every day, and there's certain sections I haven't even started on yet. Oh, my fuchsia is starting to bloom. Look at all those buds on there. I just love the purple and red. I cleaned up my herb garden. It's just chives, and I see the chives might actually bloom. So I might get a couple blooms out of it. And then I'm going to plant the rest of my green onions in here, and I'll have them all summer. Uh-oh, another what a mess area. Let's see what I can do with these. These are filled with marigolds from last year. Some of the seeds did get down in there. That might even be some seedlings coming back right there. So I'm going to be careful about putting some other flowers in here, and hopefully the marigolds grow around them. I was going to clip them out of the pot, but they're pulling out so easy. And I'm just throwing them right into my compost. Wow, super quick. I have all of my begonias and vincas planted into these 2 planters. I'm going to put them back into the garden. Everything's slowly shaping up. Sharing is caring. See all this creeping Jenny? Yeah, I put a little tiny patch of it here and in another part of my garden, and I'm going to share it with my friends and neighbors. I also pulled out a few weeds before I even started. But I think I'm going to kind of start in the middle. I'm just going to make a hole in the middle of my garden. If it fills in, great. If it doesn't, that'll be okay too. Gotta put some muscle into it. much better. But first, I just want to appreciate this flowering dogwood tree. This is the one with the white flowers. It almost looks like a shrub, like a topiary shrub, even though it is a tree. It doesn't grow very fast, and they're very full, and they provide shade. I just love it. Her alliums bloomed so pretty. Here are the flower boxes. There's 4 of them, and she wants the creeping Jenny to kind of drape down on the corners. It's going to be so quick and easy to put the creeping Jenny in as another accent to her other flowers that she has in there. I'm going to start with this side flower box that she has, and then I'll move to the front and then to the other side. Because she has potting soil in these planters, it took me about 2 seconds. I just dug a hole out with my fingers and stuck it down in there. I separated out a bunch of pieces, and I'll keep doing that as I move around to her different flower boxes. It only took me a few minutes to pop in the rest of those strands, and if any of them don't make it, like that one looks like it doesn't have a lot of leaves on it, but somehow I think because they shoot out a lot of runners and they grow so well, I don't think that's going to be an issue. I think that short stubby one on this corner here is going to grow really long, but I love the contrasting color. Now I just have to water everything on the porch, including her hanging ferns, and then I'll go out back and water all of her plants out there too. The only thing I do have to worry about is Mr. Squirrel. Our squirrels, for some reason, they're very attracted to her flower boxes, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. But I have plenty of creeping Jenny, so if some of it gets lost, I can always replace it. My friend even shared some of that creeping Jenny with one of her friends. Once you buy it, you never have to buy it again. I highly suggest you put it in your garden. Thank you for watching.